real position is that women are currency to be bartered and traded. We see in the Bible, it's not biblically unfounded. It's a lot like I'm making stuff up and being disrespectful or anything, but it's like you could trade a nice virgin bride for a half a dozen yoke of oxen. And I think if we went back to that and got rid of all this feminism crap, forget about your master's degree, forget about your career, and just go mommy mode. That's what I believe in.
Yeah. Do you think that? I think that they should also, like, you know how there used to be like dowries back in the day, like in biblical times, like you'd have to I think that we should bring that back.
Jesus. Okay, so there's Lauren Witzke, 34-year-old Lauren Witzke. She is on some discussion board conversation about how women are garbage. Either way it goes, she's a failed Republican candidate from Delaware. You guys may have seen this before. We'll get to who she is more. But she's also a QAnon supporter. That's also completely unsurprising. And she really, really wants people like Nick Fuentes to love her. So she says things like that. So particularly in that particular situation, that was not Nick Fuentes. That was far-right streamer Jared Noble, who also goes by Wooza. He's also a Nick Fuentes fan, as you saw from some of those flags he's got in the back. But Jared, let's look at Jared's look again, because it's ringing true to someone else. Let's look really fast. Look at Jared at this particular event. I assume it's a Trump event, ban homo marriage. Oh, sure, Jared. Let's look a little close. Let's zoom in further on Jared. There's Jared again. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Dog the Bounty Hunter. But it's probably one of those future morphing type of filters that he can throw on. He'll look just like that either way it goes. But Lauren Witzke, she did go on. She was gonna agree with this rant that he went on about women. Watch how she continues on, embarrassing herself.
Okay, so I was talking with I think she was Indian woman about her arranged marriage. But here's the deal with that. Okay, so here's the deal with arranged marriages is that your parents want what's best for you. So if you let your parents choose for you, they're absolutely gonna choose the best, not exactly what you want, maybe not, like, because of course we always choose what is the worst for us, women as a tendency. So I fully support arranged marriages, like parents having a say and choosing and choosing the family that you choose to bond yourself with. I fully support that. I think that's great. I think that we should do more of that. I think we should actually bring that back because it's really not a bad idea.
We should bring that back. What does that mean? You can tell your parents to choose your husband all you want. I don't think there's a law against that. Either way it goes, it doesn't matter. She's not thinking very clearly because women make the wrong decision. So let me let my mother and father, wait, my mother's a woman and she's choosing for me. It doesn't have to make any sense whatsoever. But she goes on further because in case you guys don't forget, in case you guys did forget, by the way, she did also talk about how she was groveling towards Nick Fuentes because she wanted some more of that respect. She's on this train. Watch this one.
I really appreciate you guys taking me in, allowing me to be a part of the movement. It's been a rough last few days. I've been crying like a woman.
Lauren Witzke. Lauren Witzke. By the way, hey, Rick, in case you want to know, because when you grovel, when you kneel, and you say these ridiculous things to these hateful people, you know what they'll do? They'll accept you just like Milo did. Watch, Milo totally accepted her.
Okay.
You right? Bird keep no. If you're watching this, you dumb. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. There's a headline today that said, oh, she's gonna kill me. She's never gonna speak to me again. There's a headline that said Lauren Witzke proves that the brain can leave the body by saying that Putin has a Christian whatever. So I photoshopped it to say Lauren Witzke proves the brain can leave the body by still not quitting the Stu Peters show. Sorry, babe.
How's that working out for you, Lauren? Because of course, that's the draw here is the Stu Peters. So she has connections to Stu Peters, who's also a piece of garbage. So just associate yourself with different pieces of garbage that hate each other, and maybe they'll accept you. Hasn't worked out for you yet, but I mean, apparently there's no other talent or skill involved with Lauren Witzke's life. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is nuts. It's weird, seeing a traditional Republican and then seeing the new wave of Republicans, the ones like Lauren Witzke who proclaim to be flat earthers, part of the Q movement, has posted very horrible, racist, sexist, anti-Semitic memes over and over again associates with Holocaust deniers. They make like traditional Republicans look liberal at this point. This is how far right they have gone. Now, for her, I think there's two schools of thought for me. The first is she doesn't believe any of this, but because of her troubled past where she claims, her claim to be involved with Mexican cartels and then use that to say, oh, well, here's why I'm running for the Senate to take over Chris Coons' seat, is because the border's bad. So like, I don't even know if that's true. But the second is she, according to the Daily Beast, was heavily influenced by Pat Buchanan. And how the West is becoming just like they're depriving itself of their traditional values and how feminism is terrible. So I'm really undecided with which one, but I do find it rather interesting that if you don't go all in on like being a horrendous human being on every single issue, the right will then just eat itself and attack each other ruthlessly. And I go back to, at least with Milo, I go back to how Bill Maher thinks that this is a good guy to have on his show.
This is, I feel like there's a flooding of the grift. Because again, times are tough for a lot of people, right? So, we criticize some folks with the OnlyFans thing on women, and guys also go on that. But there's the grift for being a person who sells out who you are. Like if you're a woman, say disparaging things about women. If you're a black person, say disparaging things about black folks. And if you're gay, say disparaging things about gay folks, and you'll get on with these hateful people and hopefully be paid handsomely, because there's definitely no shortage of hate in our country. So they're like, I'll just glom onto that, make some money, buy a house and a car, and I'll be good. At least I'll have a career. This is what it looks like she's trying to do, especially when you see her stumble through those disparaging remarks about herself. Because maybe they'll like me, but the problem is they see it. Even though they're acting too,
yes,
they see that you're trying to get on with the grift, and there's only so much money to go around. I want to get to one. You have one more thought. One more thought, Rick.
When is Lauren Witzke going to go on the Rubin Report?
Well, we'll see. I don't know if Dave's going to have those approaches with it. He's usually the one that has to talk to someone.
And then he's going to go, I agree. I agree.